Hey everyone, we're here to do some yoga for relaxation and some Reiki healing for you guys and myself. Today is my birthday, so I can cry if I want to. And I'm just going to trust that whatever comes through is going to come through. So I'm just going to call in this energy for everyone. So just be open to receiving whatever energy happens for you. Taking a couple deep breaths. And let's get our mats. So say hello if you're hopping on, please. And it looks like you guys can see me well enough. Focusing on the color red. Red means different things to different people. So red is our root chakra. Red is the color of love. So perhaps today this is a self-love practice for you, or it's just a grounding exercise. But let's see what our angel cards tell us for the day as well. Relaxation just seems really important right now. I was picking up on a lot of negativity. The last couple of days I've been feeling a lot of depression energy from people, and today I'm feeling a lot of negativity. So just pay close attention to that in terms of where your energy is, just checking in with your physical body. What are some of your needs for the day? Really identifying with, what you'd like to attract. So reaching for your dreams, go for it, is our first card. And so when I think about reaching for something, it's trusting that you're going to be able to get what you need, right? Trusting that your needs essentially are already met. So that might be focusing right now on something that you're grateful for. So for me, I'm grateful that I have this beautiful basement to be able to do my practice in. Got my lovely cat up in the window looking outside, and I have a wonderful partner that took the day off to spend with me today, so we're gonna go out for some lunch. And so these are all wonderful things that we can again focus on positivity, okay, and trusting that you are taken care of. And that's really important. Even if you are sick, even if you have mental health issues, there's always something that you can focus on that's a little brighter, right, than that darkness. And so if you've been watching any of my lives on Facebook or even some of my things on Instagram, it's just something you want to pay closer attention to, some of these messages that have been coming through in terms of letting go. So the other thing that's coming up too is when we're resisting change. So when we're doing this practice, just trust in how your body feels again, where it wants to go, how it wants to feel. Don't resist that because it might be that you need to get out of your comfort zone more, okay? Playtime, environment, enchantment, fairies, which is very interesting. I had a client come over yesterday, and I told her to start tapping into the energy of fairies because they're very mystical and magical. They really understand the energy of give and take. They understand the earth element. In my Akashic Records program that I was teaching last night, we were doing inner child, and playtime was coming up to have more joy. Sometimes we neglect ourselves. So just reminding yourself that you're here to enjoy life. We were talking about heaven on earth, and that it's a choice whether we kind of want to be focusing on the heaviness or the lightness. And so that was kind of our message. And it's interesting because there's this beautiful leaf on the side of her face, and it feels like there's strong goddess energy as well, which is working with the feminine. And so getting out of the masculine, the finances, the work, and really just tapping into that nurturing feeling. So if you need to sit in stillness or quiet energy, even if I'm guiding you through something, just do what feels right for you, okay? Because your body speaks to you. Violet, spirituality, wisdom, and humility. Okay, that's interesting. What's coming up around that is just, it feels like choosing the words such as desire. So when you're attracting things, rather than saying, I need this from you, or I want this, it's I desire. And so if you can even just think of a couple things right now that you desire for your day, for your life, you can say them out loud, because when we speak through our voice, it becomes more powerful. So I'm going to say things like, I desire more financial freedom. I desire more courage to be who I really am. And then just breathe. And just trust that, again, whatever comes to you is what you're meant to have. But the energy of purple is kind of popping out as well, which is interesting. That's been, again, a theme. Last night in our group talk was kind of like that. And in my healing session again with someone yesterday, purple, and I've been seeing it even when I'm getting healing. So that's about really being able to tap in and get to that place where we want to be almost immediately. So as I encourage you to breathe and relax, just allow yourself to kind of explore, as I keep suggesting. Very much a heart chakra day, it feels like. So if there's some pain or suffering that you've been going through, just acknowledge that. So right away, we're going to ground ourselves. So we're going to connect to the legs. So just drawing all the energy down the legs, however you choose to do this. And just, again, just visualize energy leaving your body. Maybe just giving it to the earth. And I'm going to sit on my tushy here. And just opening up the chest. Again, we've been doing a lot of similar practices. I'm going to try to stay on that track. So opening up the chest and the heart space. Just finding your length in your spine. Finding your breath. Just sitting in stillness here. And just activate the crown, top of your head, and listen. Listen to what comes through for you. Listening to the sound of your breath. And placing your hands up to your heart, just checking in with the beat. Is it slow? Is it fast? Keeping the chest open. And on your out breath, letting go. Cleansing yourself of anything toxic. And taking your right hand over to your left knee, just opening up for a side stretch here. Coming back to center, opposite side, opening up the chest and giving yourself a nice little twist. We're going to place our hands behind us, opening up the chest here. Nice heart opener. Bringing the arms all the way up to the sky, maybe like a little back stretch, and then a forward fold here. So I'm going to take this off here and just forward fold, giving into the energy. And then walking the hands back up, giving yourself a little neck stretch. So just looking over to the left, looking over to the right, breathing out and breathing in, looking up, creating space, dropping the head, chin to chest here. Opening up the arms, nice and wide. And then curling the spine, tucking the belly in. Maybe bringing the hands together here, giving yourself a nice stretch. Opening up wide. Oh, that should feel good. And then coming together. Opening up wide. Feel free to say hi if you're here. If you're watching, let me know if you've been watching at all. And then coming up into prayer, connection to the third eye here. Just noticing if there's any tension. Maybe creating connection on the top of the head, opening up the arms here, opening up the shoulders. Again, just becoming observant of how the body is feeling, maybe supporting the neck here and opening up the arms and the shoulders. Maybe you can do a little side stretch with your arms. Oh my goodness, I'm tight. Not to mention that I have to pee, which doesn't help. So I recommend always pee before you do your practice. But I find it's really good to be able to also be able to shut the mind off, like, and train our bodies also to relax, even if we are being bothered by something. And just letting go. And I would encourage a little neck massage here. Just taking time for yourself to relax. And then coming up and doing a little tabletop here, making up the feet. We're going to open up the knees, dropping back into child's pose. Coming back up, bringing the knees together. We can do a little cat and cow here. So looking up, tucking the belly in, rounding the spine. Bending the elbows a little bit here. Finding some form of rhythm. Opening up. We've been peeling the toes back, and then we're hovering up, creating a strong foundation so that you're not putting too much pressure on the wrists. Taking a breath here. Slowly lowering. Wonderful. And so we're going to thread the needle. So we're going to take our left hand, coming down, bending the elbows, and bringing the left hand through the right arm, coming over to onto the shoulder, onto the side here, and breathing. Coming back up, finding that tabletop, taking the right hand, thread the needle through the left, going over onto the shoulder here. Coming back up again, maybe waking the feet up. Maybe we can go into a downward facing dog. So just pedaling out the feet here. Again, you might be tight. I've had to take a break because my legs have been really, really, really tight using different types of muscles. I've taken a break from using and then started using again. So we're going to lift up the right foot, take a step forward, pivot on the back foot. We're going to come up to warrior one. So nice bend in the front knee, really sinking into this. Maybe saying something like, I am amazing, I am strong. And then slowly coming back down, pivot on the back foot, sliding the right foot back here into plank, taking a breath, lowering the knees, and then coming down onto your mat. We're going to go up for baby cobra and back down. Bringing yourself back up to the knees, coming up, back into downward facing dog. Pedaling at the feet and breathe here. Bring the left foot up forward, stepping through. Pivot on the right foot. Coming up again for our warrior one. Nice stretch. Notice one side to the other. Really dropping the shoulders here and creating space. Saying something like, I am a goddess. I am positive. And then we can slowly come back down. Pivoting here, coming back into plank, finding our breath. Maybe one breath or two. Again, don't give in to your wrists. And then this time we're going to come down onto our knees. We're going to do a little coiled serpent. So we're going to come down slowly onto the chest first. And then up to our baby cobra. And then back down. Taking a little rest here. So we're actually going to take a little rest. And we're going to Bring our arms all the way up and just connect to the core here, pulling the stomach in, and just find your breath. And then take a little break, coming down slowly, connecting third eye to your mat. Coming all the way back up. Maybe you can go a little higher. Finding your breath here. And then as you exhale, slowly coming back. Awesome. We're going to come all the way back up onto our knees. If you need to or want to, you can go down, back down to child's pose. Take a little break. Gonna come back up. Oh, I'm cricking and I'm cracking. So we're gonna peel our toes back, coming up to downward facing dog here. Just pedal at the feet. And this time, maybe we're gonna lift the left foot and maybe stack it over the right hip here. Feel a nice stretch in there. Find your breath, find your foundation. Coming gently back down, lifting up the right foot, stacking it over the left hip. Should be able to feel that. Coming back down, awesome. Maybe really looking through the legs here. And we're gonna do a little chaturanga, okay? So we're gonna come back into our plank. Come down. I'm gonna go all the way up for upward facing dog, and then back up here into our downward facing dog. Okay, I'm gonna take our right foot, step through here, pivot on the back foot. Okay, coming back up into our warrior one. You got it. I'm gonna straighten that leg out. And we're gonna pivot the left foot over to the side. We're gonna do a little triangle pose. Coming on your right. Right hand goes down, left hand goes up. Find your breath. Maybe you have a block. And then we're gonna come down, bending that knee again. Pivot on the left foot here. Coming back into plank. Finding your breath. Shifting back into our downward facing dog. This time taking the left foot back, stepping through. Pivot on the right foot. Coming back up into our warrior one. I'm going to shift over. Right foot goes to the side here. And we're going to straighten up that left leg. Coming over for a triangle pose here. Find your breath. Tucking your belly in. Again, for me, just mentally, I'm just doing my best to just shut everything off. Just listening to the breath, coming into the present here. This is the relaxation piece. And then we're gonna gently pivot, bend that knee, coming over, placing our hands, shifting back into our plank, finding your breath, lowering those knees. And we're gonna cross the legs, coming up into sitting position here. Amazing. So we're going to bring the arms all the way up. Just do a little arm stretch, taking the right elbow here. Finding length, finding breath. Maybe you're getting a little bit of energy flowing today. But the key thing, what we're really doing is just relaxing the mind and just teaching ourselves that, nothing's really a big deal. We come onto our mat and we just let go. And then shifting over to the other side. Whatever feels right for your body here. I'm going to take the feet, maybe shake them out a little bit. And then we're going to bring the legs here. And bring them up. We're going to tuck our arms underneath here. Just do a little balancing. Maybe you want to do a little mudra. Just again, trying to still Still connect to that chest and the shoulders, your stomach, your mind. Maybe you can do this for 5 minutes. Maybe you can do this for 5 seconds. Just relax, chill. And it's amazing how when things are kind of bothering us that we can come back to kind of just shifting where our mind goes, even if we're in pain, even though we might not be happy with something. Yoga's amazing, especially for those worriers out there, because there is someone that watches that worries a lot. And actually, that's the message that I was getting when we first started, when I was quieting the mind. Not to worry. Don't worry, dear young one. So maybe that's sufficient for you. You want to be really gentle with how we come back down. So maybe again, just grounding yourself, drawing some energy down. Maybe giving yourself a little foot massage here. We want to bring those feet together, right? Opening. It's kind of hard to see. But what we're doing here is bringing the legs together, okay? And maybe if they're really close, pull them out a bit more, okay? We're just going to open up here. And then if it feels right, you can come down forward. And just trust here. Trust how long you need to stay in that position for. Bring the legs here. Tucking the arms underneath the legs. You can come down here. Fold forward as well. Just really earthing your feet as well, noticing your feet on the earth. Don't push yourself too hard. Coming back up, we're gonna take one foot out, one foot in. We've been doing a lot of these, so taking the energy again. That's where Reiki comes in. I've called the energy in, but you can help me remove some stuff for you if you desire. Coming down forward here, finding breath. Creating connection, right? That's part of relaxation, is connection. Being able to feel into ourselves, feeling into moments. And then opening up the opposite side here, tucking the right foot in, should feel quite nice. And then shifting over, drawing all the energy down, maybe dropping the head forward. Oh, my stomach is growling, so I'm gonna come all the way down to the ground. I guess you guys can see me and I have a little bit of light today. And so a little windshield wiper here, back and forth, guys. Find your breath. Creating a little bit of strength in the body today. A little more flow in a way today. And then bring the knees up. Giving yourself a little hug, a little squeeze. Keeping the shoulders down on the mat. Super good for the emotions. It's been coming up for a lot of people. And then just gently letting them come down. Oh, awesome. So we're going to shift the hips over to the left, dropping the legs to the right, opening up the arms, looking to the opposite side. Lifting the hips back to the center, lifting the hips over to the right, dropping on the left, opening up the arms, looking in the opposite direction. Again, very soothing. Bringing the legs back, shifting the hips here. And then we're going to just drop the legs down for Shavasana. So you can just, I call this starfish or angel pose. Or I prefer not using the word corpse. I like angel better. So we're just going to relax all the muscles, relaxing the head, relaxing the chest, bringing it back to what you're grateful for in your day. Oh, my flowers are arriving. Dropping anything that you're carrying around the waist. And just any energy you might be carrying in the legs. And just as you start to feel heavy, just letting go of any tension. And you can stay in this for as long as you want. But for myself, I'm coming out, so I'm going to roll over to my right side. And then I'm slowly going to come back up into seated. Coming up into prayer. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you so much. Namaste. Have a wonderful day, guys, and thanks so much for watching.